Hello and welcome to another episode of Our Friends in Addison. We're here today to learn about the Symbol Institute. Tommy, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm Tom Peters, the Director of Workforce Development at Symbol Training Institute. And what we do, we're one of the local Addison-based businesses here. We are a training provider that actually started out as a tool and die shop. So we do hands-on CNC training as well as quality control training. CNC stands for computerized numerical control machines. So being a job shop, we have many years of experience in the field, and we came up with a curriculum for this training in the advanced manufacturing field with the idea of employers or manufacturing hiring our students upon completion of their training. So we've really focused on it, and this is the only thing that we do, so we do it very, very well. And we have many employer contacts that rely on Symbol as a form of filling their talent pipeline, because there is a huge skilled labor shortage in the industry right now. And we're doing our part to help combat that skilled labor shortage by providing quality and ready to work graduates for the field.
That's wonderful. So how long have you been located in Addison?
So we started out in Skokie, Illinois back in 2005, and we opened up shop in Addison back in 2012. So almost a decade now that we're going to be in Addison. The village of Addison has been great to work with. Just a wonderful location. Obviously, we picked it because of its centralized and really in the industrial manufacturing hub there. So many manufacturers in the neighborhood where we're located. And it's just a wonderful place to work, and very easy to get to as well, with the intersection of all the highways and everything else. So it is conveniently located.
I think it's very scary to think that 2012 was almost a decade ago, but I guess that
Yes, yeah, time flies, absolutely.
So what does your curriculum look like, and how long does it take a student to get through one of your programs?
Yeah, so our curriculum is roughly 4 months in length, about 16 weeks total. We put all of our students on the machines from week one, and really in this type of training and in this field, it's key to get that hands-on training more importantly, with industry personnel. So all of our instructors, they work in the field full-time, and then they teach with us part-time. So it is a great synergy there. They obviously keep up and stay current with the latest trends in the field, and just bring that relevant experience to our students, some of which who never even set foot in a machine shop. So it's a great introduction to the field, and to an individual's start of their career.
So building on that, can you tell us a bit more about what CNC operators do and where someone may find themselves working after they complete your training?
Yeah, so CNC operators, they in essence work on these CNC machines. So again, a CNC, I'll give the definition again. It stands for computerized numerical control machines. So if you picture, actually in this photo back there, there's an actual controller attached to a machine, which the operator has to load and unload the parts within it. And they can make programs, edits, and different things like that to be able to manufacture the parts. So they have to be on top of the tools, inserts, and tool wear and all of that. And then more importantly, they have a blueprint that they have to, which is in essence the schematic of what the part has to be. And they have to, in essence, measure that part upon the completion of the manufacturing cycle, to make sure that it is within tolerance of what the measurement should be. So they play a very key role in obviously getting a lot of the goods that we kind of take for granted on a day-to-day basis, but everything is either designed or manufactured on a CNC machine.
So that pretty much is a range of any kind of product, from an automobile
Yes.
to a basic home goods.
Absolutely. And another benefit too, at least with this type of technology, it's not going away anytime soon. It'll just become more and more complex as the years go on. And I would say 90 to 95% of all the CNC or all the manufacturing shops in the area utilize this type of technology. So it is a wonderful skill set to learn. You could even go to Indeed or any of these job search websites or Google. just type in CNC machinist, and there are tons and tons of job openings for it currently.
That's great. I think that's a great way to show that like manufacturing is so much more extensive and knowledge based. And I think people realize it's not just putting stuff together and putting stuff in boxes. There's so much
Yes,
engineering and math
absolutely.
behind all of it.
Absolutely.
So speaking of manufacturing, Addison is home to the fourth largest manufacturing park in the state. Was this a factor in why you located in Addison, and has this location impacted Symbol and your students?
Yeah, I mean, when we were searching or scouting locations, we wanted to make sure that we were in a very manufacturing friendly space, and more importantly, that we would be surrounded by manufacturers, because where we operate, we don't operate in a retail setting. We actually, because of the machinery that is in our lab, it's got to be in a kind of a warehouse or in a light industrial setting to obviously account for all the electrical output and whatever energy uses that we would need. So we wanted to be right where the manufacturers were. I know we had some meetings with the folks that choose DuPage, and they kind of, we had an inkling that Addison would be the location, but they helped solidify that with their advice and expertise on, the area. And it's been great. We pull a lot of individuals, obviously from the DuPage area, but even from the western suburbs. So they don't have to deal with any of the, congestion or anything like that in Cook County for that matter. But it really does help to be where the manufacturers are at, and our students who attend the school in Addison. It's wonderful for them to be able to find work really very close to home. So, and they don't have to travel far to get to Addison. It's very easy to get to.
Do you have a favorite thing that's manufactured in Addison? There's so many different ones.
I would say in a way our graduates, right? We're through our training services, they are in essence our goods that we give out to the manufacturing community that can employ them. But yeah, there's a lot of things. I guess from a food manufacturing standpoint, I do like Clyde's Donuts, which is down the street. I could always smell their donuts, which is nice. It makes me hungry. But yeah, it's there's a lot of benefit to working in that area and so close to so many of the manufacturers.
Your answer was much better than mine, which is that like bottom piece of the push pop that like pushes it up. I always just thought that was fascinating that they make
it. There's also a good marshmallow company too in Addison too.
I think it's vegan, isn't it?
Yes, Dandies or something. Yeah, so I've tried them out as well.
In that industrial park, it's amazing.
Yeah, no, lots of unique businesses for sure.
So what makes Symbol Training Institute unique over other similar institutions?
Well, really, there's not many other institutions in terms of doing what we do. I would say we're probably the only CNC and quality control advanced manufacturing school in the nation. And, we're housed in Addison and in Skokie. And really, it comes down to our students not being a number. We have very small class sizes, and from week one, we put them on the machines. That's really the only way to learn, and obviously with industry experts. So we don't come from, I guess we're more workforce development in nature versus academic. So that's what really sets us apart as well. Additionally, in terms of the credentials that our students earn, they earn the Nims Credentials, which stands for the National Institute of Metalworking Skills. And we've been the #1 ranked school in the nation in terms of our graduates receiving these credentials. We account for probably 3 or 4% of all the credentials earned in the nation, and then 25% of all the credentials earned in the state of Illinois. And as a result of us, Illinois is one of the leading, if not the leading, state in terms of Nims credentialing, because we account for a quarter of all of the credentials earned in the state. So that is something that is a great benefit to our students. It certainly helps them become more marketable, having these portable and stackable credentials, and most importantly, they're industry recognized credentials, so they could really take those anywhere where they want to go.
That's an amazing accomplishment for you and for your students, but also for our community. What an asset to have that located in our backyard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a wonderful to be able to help, our students out. That's really what everything that we do, we have our students and the manufacturers in mind because in essence, our school was created by the manufacturing community for the manufacturing community.
So what's your favorite part of your job?
Favorite part, I would say, interacting with our students, that's probably my favorite. And then just the ability to network and because I go out to meet with a lot of manufacturers and get feedback on how our graduates are doing or what the hiring needs are with them. So it's the ability to meet a bunch of different people, work with a lot of different personalities. So it's wonderful. And of course, interacting with our instructors as well, who are also from manufacturers. So I think just the people element of it is a huge thing. I know some of that part of that was kind of offset during the pandemic, but now that things are opening back up, we've been open the whole time, but I think it's great to be able to, get back to that human element of it, because really that is my favorite part of it.
I think it's funny, no matter who we talk to, whether it's the Park District, Clarendale, people is always the answer in any of these associations.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's key. And that's what really makes the business world go round as well.
So I think this next question is the hardest one that we ask, but what does an average day of work look like for you?
That's a great question. It varies. So, I deal with some of our contracts our governmental contracts to recruitment to assisting our students out from a job placement standpoint. So, we wear many hats here, at least in my position, I wear many hats. So it varies. It could be from 9 to 5 to 9 to 9 in essence. So it all depends on what's going on. Yeah, that's a hard question to ask. So, but I try to best answer it. But yeah, my position varies in terms of what has to be done. It's a mix of obviously office work, going out into the shop and just seeing what's going on. Just having my, keeping my hand on the pulse in terms of what's going on with Symbol, what's going on with our students, and what's going on with our manufacturing partners.
I think that's what most people seem to like, is that not every day is the same. So that's kind of great.
Yeah, no, it's not a robotic or mundane. It's something different every day.
Do you have a favorite memory or one of your happiest memories from working at Symbol?
Yeah, I think one of the happiest one was, expanding into the Addison area. It was just a great sense of pride to be able to open the doors on a second facility, showing that growth. And then again, I would say for every graduation that we have, the impact that we have on these students is really immeasurable, and their gratitude. It's really a great feeling, the ability to really improve someone's life, and showing that kind of that combination of their hard work and then the completion of everything, or the culmination of everything. It's really a wonderful feeling. And then of course when they complete the training and then finally get that job, it's a great sense of satisfaction for all parties involved.
That's such a rewarding opportunity.
Yeah, it really is. Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about how COVID has impacted Symbol over the past year, and if there's anything you've learned from this experience that you'll continue doing as you move forward?
Well, I would say the manufacturing industry kept on humming along. I think they even need more workers than ever these days. So in a way, it had a positive impact on our school because many of the individuals who were laid off from different industries, like the hospitality industries and different things like that, who might not have ever explored a career in the advanced manufacturing field, I think this finally gave them the time and the ability to do it. So obviously, right off the bat, it was a little kind of a fire drill to make sure that we could still operate in person. But we made sure that we were always following the CDC guidelines, and luckily with our small student to teacher ratio, it was always possible because we don't have large numbers in our building. It's always very small, intimate type of class sizes. So yeah, I would say that COVID, although it upended many social kind of norms and different things like that, there were some positive takeaways with it, and obviously the ability to still supply that pipeline of skilled labor into the field really has not changed. I would say it's become even more pronounced now.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that's great for manufacturing. I'm glad you're able to make something positive out of a crazy
Yeah.
year.
Yes, it definitely was a crazy year on all other levels, but we got through it. So it seems like the light is at the end of the tunnel here.
If you could pick just one thing, what would you want our viewers to remember about Symbol?
Just that we care about our students. Really, this is a wonderful, wonderful career to get into. Many job opportunities. So it is high paying and high demand. So if they can remember one thing, it's to explore it, and then maybe remember our website too at symboltraining.edu. So they can, for those interested or those who might have family members or friends interested, they could go to our website at symboltraining.edu, SYMBOL training.edu, to schedule a tour or give us a call at 847-673-6500.
All right, so now that we've learned a little bit more about Symbol, we have some questions to know more about you as one of our friends of Addison.
Sure.
What are your favorite spots in Addison?
The favorite spots, I have many, but I do love some good Middle Eastern food. So I would say Mediterranean was a great find that I really enjoy going to. And then I love the pizza at Aurelio's. So I think that's been, actually we had our company party there as well. So it's been a great spot there that's very close to our Addison location. So those are two of my favorites, and then Lou & Ton's just because it's so close to us as well. So those are some of my three favorite food spots in Addison. And of course, Portillo's. You can't forget Portillo's either.
No, yeah, that's how we tell people where the library is too. Like across from Portillo's, you can find us.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And Aurelio's has a great patio. Many
Yes.
the best patio in Addison, so it's a good choice. So what do you like to do in your spare time when you're not working?
Chase after my three kids, maybe get a workout in if I can. Obviously during COVID, I do like to eat a lot as well, but that was, I had to rely on takeout a lot during that, and just going to live events, that's what I always liked. So hopefully I could get back to doing that as well.
I went to the movies for the first time a few weeks ago, and I felt like I was doing something wrong, but it was so
wow. Yeah. That was which movie was it?
In the Heights. It was very good. It was really fun, big screen.
Yeah,
Totally
nice.
recommend it.
Is that the Lin-Manuel?
Correct.
Yeah. I've been meaning to see that, so hopefully it's good.
Yeah, and it was clean. The theater was great. It was really safe, so it was definitely a good reintroduction into society for a little bit.
Wonderful.
So since we are the library, I do have to ask you, what is your favorite book and what are you currently reading?
My favorite book, I think that has to be something from my youth, I'm guessing. It's a great question. I haven't thought about that in a while. Which one is it? Well, the book, I'll start off with the book that I'm currently reading. It's this book called Breathe by James Nestor, I believe, or it's about a journalist who initially did some kind of book on deep diving, which I guess I'll get into that later, but now he did a whole exploration on how humans breathe and our evolution. So it's a good, interesting read, and yeah, I've even incorporated some of those techniques in my day-to-day life. But the key is not to breathe in through your mouth, but through your nose. That's kind of how evolution intended it to be.
I guess that makes sense. Any yoga class teaches you to breathe in through your nose, so that would be right.
Yeah. And then in terms of the book, I'm still trying to think about the book that I guess I loved. when I was younger, reading Jurassic Park right before the movie came out. That was a great book by, I love, all the books by Michael Crichton. I thought those were really good.
I think that's a classic, so you can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah.
We're forced to change careers and weren't limited by necessary skills or income, and you cannot do what you currently do. What career would you pick?
I don't know, maybe a forest ranger, just be out in nature. I think that's one of the things. I actually did change careers. I was previously an accountant or a CPA, so I am used to the career change, but I do love what I do now. So even if money were no object, I think I'd still be doing what I'm doing now.
That's a great answer. So as we wrap up here, is there anything else that you'd like to share or want the community of Addison to know?
No, just, we're open for business. You can rely, at least for the manufacturers out there that I'm not in contact with, you can rely on our graduates, or feel free to reach out to me at tpeters@symboltraining.edu. If, you could even utilize our website for career services, where we allow the manufacturers to post on our website any job openings that they have. So we could be that resource for you that you'll need, or, for the individual residents in Addison, if, feel free to give us a try if you've ever even thought about exploring a career in the advanced manufacturing field.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We really appreciated learning more about you and about Symbol.
Sure. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And thanks for having me. Appreciate it, Leslie.